Well, we're here in Miami Homestead for the first Formula E race in Florida for a decade, and I've caught up with friend of talkSPORT, Mr. Guenther Steiner. You've made a short trip over here from North Carolina for your first experience of Formula E. What are you expecting? I know you've not seen much yet.
It's a short trip for me, and I wanted to come for a long time here and never made it. I got too busy last year after I left Formula 1, because when you're doing Formula 1 you have no time, but Miami is always good, by the way. But no, I have a lot of things to take in, because I'm by no means an expert in Formula E. Maybe I want to get one after this weekend, but no, up to now, I mean, everything is very high standards, you know. On the cars I just saw a little bit, I just came this morning, so but no, it looks, it's a great sport. It's great motorsport. Spoke with a few of the people, the technical people, because I know some people here, and they explain me a little bit more, so I'm getting educated on it, and the cars are pretty fast, I would say.
They're really, really fast, yeah, and the acceleration, obviously, a third quicker than the current Formula 1 car, which is ridiculous. I mean, you know, Formula 1's becoming a little bit more electrified, but these are fully electric cars. What would tempt you to maybe get a fully electric car? Because I'm sure you've probably got, you live in the US, you've probably got a not so electric friendly car.
What would tempt me to get an electric car? I don't know yet. I mean, first of all, I think I'm still one of these old guys which needs to get used to electric cars.
Sure.
You know, I think that is the biggest hurdle for everyone to take, to get used to how you refuel it, because you don't refuel it, you charge it.
Of course.
Know, obviously. So I think that is the biggest thing what I would need to get confident with, that I can do it whenever I want. But otherwise, I know that electric cars, they're very fast. I mean, the torque, it's imminent torque when you put your foot on the throttle, so that for sure is good. I mean, there's no problem with the power, but for sure the future will have some electric also for me in it.
Of course. Now look, I've seen Guenther, you've been in the talkSPORT studio recently. We were in Austin, Texas. You're on the MotoGP grid as well. Have you got a motorbike? Are you a motorbike guy?
No, I don't have. I actually have an old motorbike, but I don't ride it anymore. You know, I mean, it's getting too dangerous.
Yes.
That's in Europe. In Italy, I've got an old La Verda, from the 70s.
Nice.
No, yeah, fully restored.
Okay.
But I'm not riding it, because I think motorcycles for me, either you do it all the time, you know, but it's just like going on to it. It's just like I don't want to risk it. But no, I love motorcycles. I mean, and as you said, MotoGP, I can now do the things which before I didn't have time. I went to MotoGP. I come to Formula E. I do everything what I like. And
you're coming on to the UK on another tour. We heard about this on the talkSPORT Breakfast Show. That's in like a couple of weeks in the UK, and you're going all over. I've seen you've got Guildford there, Exeter, Leicester, where I went to university. That's a good place to go. And you know, you're on tour with your buddy. What's his name? I always forget his name.
James Hock.
And he's kind of like, you know, you do your show together. There's got to be some tales that you've got from being on tour. Is there one place where maybe there's something from behind the scenes you can tell us that happened? I know you've been in Australia as well recently.
Yeah, we have been in Australia as well. No, the only thing I can say that after James Hock, a week-long James Hock, you get enough of it. You know, we need to get separated now. They're good friends. No, I mean, we have good fun, I must admit. You know, doing a tour at this size, it is quite demanding. It is getting tiring, but doing it with a guy you like to work with is actually pretty good fun.
Of course, it's just like two friends hanging out. Would you swap your lifestyle now to go back to how it was 5-6 years ago in F1?
No. No.
Really?
No, because this is good, and I also got older, and you know, I have done that. So I got my T-shirt from that time. So going to do something repetitive is not what I aim to do in life. You know, I mean, this is a lot of new things. I can do a lot of more freedom. I can decide a lot of more things. What do I want to do? Not what I have to do. And that's I mean, I'm very fortunate, you know, because sometimes it sounds arrogant to say I do what I like to do. I'm not arrogant, but it's just nice to have that, to be lucky enough in life to be able to do that.
Choice, I think, makes a lot of sense. We obviously have the F1 this weekend in Bahrain. Whenever the F1 goes back to Bahrain, you have some obviously very unique memories of that racetrack. You know, do you kind of instantly think back to the moment with Romain Grosjean, or is it more of a case of you have fond memories of Bahrain, because it's such a big occasion? Yeah,
it's a big occasion, and the fond memory, even with Romain, is a fond memory. Yeah, it was a big accident, but he came away good, you know. In the end, he was, I mean, again, we say it, he was alive, which was a miracle almost, you know. So in the end, it all ended good. So you've got these memories, but they are not bad about it, you know. They're like, it happened, it ended as good as it could and good. But so Bahrain is a very good place. I mean, Bahrain, the racetrack is nice. You have been there. The paddock is nice. The temperature normally this year is a little bit hot. I hear, but otherwise it's very nice. And Bahrain is a very hospitable country as well. So it's a very nice place. But I mean, I prefer this weekend to be in Miami at Formula E because it's warm here and I'm only 1.5 hours away from home.
Exactly. It's a quick trip back. We obviously haven't seen any of the race yet, but it looks like the McLarens are once again dominating. When you look as a fan now, I know you work in the paddock and you're still there, but you're not looking at it from a rival's point of view. You must be excited to see that McLaren have come back as a historic British racing brand. I know that they're maybe not owned by the Brits anymore, and they're now sticking it to Max Verstappen, and we're seeing more competitiveness because that's what we want in Formula One and all motorsports. That's why Formula E is so popular.
Yeah, I think you said the right thing there, competitiveness. I mean, I can like, McLaren, what Zach Brown did there is a fantastic job over the last 8-9 years, that they are back. But I think that if there is more than one driver which can win, that makes it interesting, that if the field is mixed up, as you said, a little bit like here, you never know who really, you have got a favorite, but it's more the form of the weekend which gives you the winner, not the form of the car over the year, and that makes it interesting all the time. So I think we are into a good championship in F1 this year.
I think you backed Oscar Piastri. I think I saw on a podcast to win this year, and I actually backed Oscar Piastri as well. And people laughed at me because in the UK we have to back Lando Norris. We've already seen, I think, Oscar's been pretty strong. Have you seen anything that's going to change your tune on that this year? Because, I mean, they both won a race.
No, we are right. That's the only thing I can say.
We're going to stick together.
I'm with you. Yeah. We are stand together. And I'm not against British fans or anything. But if you're asking an honest opinion, I need to give an honest opinion. And it's good that you watch my podcast. Thank you.
Yes.
So
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. So I think Oscar, he showed he's fast, and I think mentally he's so strong. He has got a good advisor with Mark Webber. The combination of it makes it. And Lando Norris, a big talent, a very nice guy. There's nothing bad to say about him, but it's just like Oscar gives me as a completeness, and he's more hungry in the moment, I think, after what happened last year, So that is why I back it. But I always had difficulty to say whom of the two I support. And even in Australia, I kept it at a 50-50 until somebody put me on the spot and said, you cannot stay on the fence here. You need to pick one. And then I picked Oscar.
I think that's the correct choice because I also picked Oscar. Finally, I've got to let you go because you need to go and enjoy hospitality. With the situation that's happened at Red Bull, obviously they've made a decision. I know you discussed it on our breakfast show. I'm interested to know, from your point of view as a former team principal, what kind of things would you be saying to Liam Lawson? Because you've got to think of, from a driver's perspective, he's got his break in Formula One, he's got his big job at Red Bull, and he's not been given time on two tracks that he's not used to. What kind of things would you be saying to rebuild his confidence? Because he's going to be pretty shook.
It's just like he just needs to go out there and do a good job. I would say don't lose your confidence. Forget the 2 races. Remember the 11 races you did before where he did a good performance. And just build on that one. Just make sure that you build on that one and don't think back about the 2 bad races. Think about the good things which can happen to you. You're still in a fantastic position. The Racing Bull this year is a good car, so it's not like that they are last or something, So just build up on it and it will come back. So stay calm, basically. Easier said than done, to be honest. But if he listens, fine. If he doesn't listen, I don't know how you can help him.
Well, you can only create your own luck in Formula One, and you certainly had a lot of luck over the years. Guenther Steiner, a lot of people crowding around now. You're going to take selfies for the next hour or so. But don't forget, Guenther is on tour in the United Kingdom very, very soon. So if you want to get tickets, there's like 30 odd dates or something crazy. You can come and watch this man discussing his exciting career in motorsport.